100 civics questions with answers. Final part. Questions 91 to 100, final review in fun animation. Struggling with any question? Comment below and we'll help. The final stretch of the civics review was upon them. Andrea watched as her students settled into their seats, ready to tackle the last set of questions. There was a sense of determination in the room, as the finish line was now within sight. They had come a long way, and Andrea knew they were more than ready for this final round.
All right, everyone, you've made incredible progress so far, and we're almost there. Let's finish strong. Today, we'll wrap up with the last set of questions. Stay focused, and let's do this. Question 91. Who did the United States fight in World War II? A. Japan, Germany, and Italy. B. China, Russia, and France. C. Japan, Russia, and Canada.
I'll go with A. Japan, Germany, and Italy.
Correct. The United States fought against the Axis powers in World War II, which included Japan, Germany, and Italy. The war lasted from 1939 to 1945 and was one of the most significant conflicts in history. Question 92. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? A. Fought for civil rights. B. Led the American Revolution. C. Wrote the Constitution.
I'll go with A. Fought for civil rights.
Exactly. Martin Luther King Jr. was a leader of the civil rights movement and advocated for equality and justice for African Americans through nonviolent protests. His leadership helped to end racial segregation and secured voting rights. Question 93. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? A. Pacific Ocean. B. Indian Ocean. C. Atlantic Ocean.
I'll go with C. Atlantic Ocean.
Correct. The Atlantic Ocean lies on the east coast of the United States, stretching from the northern part of the country to the southern states. Question 94. Who is the father of our country? A. George Washington. B. Abraham Lincoln. C. Benjamin Franklin.
I'll go with A. George Washington.
Exactly. George Washington is known as the father of his country for his leadership during the American Revolution and as the first president of the United States. Question 95. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? A. The Industrial Revolution. B. The Civil Rights Movement. C. The suffrage movement.
I'll go with B. The Civil Rights Movement.
Correct. The Civil Rights Movement, which took place mainly during the 1950s and 1960s, aimed to end racial discrimination and ensure equality under the law for African Americans. Question 96. What are two cabinet-level positions? A. Secretary of State and Attorney General. B. Speaker of the House and Senate Majority Leader. C. Governor and Mayor.
I'll go with A. Secretary of State and Attorney General.
Exactly. The cabinet includes high-ranking officials such as the Secretary of State, who oversees foreign affairs, and the Attorney General, who is the nation's top law enforcement officer. Question 97. Name one U.S. territory. A. Puerto Rico. B. Alaska. C. Hawaii.
I'll go with A. Puerto Rico.
Correct. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory located in the Caribbean. Other U.S. territories include Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and American Samoa. Question 98. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. A. Only men can vote. B. Only U.S. citizens can vote. C. Any citizen can vote.
I'll go with C. Any citizen can vote.
Exactly. The 15th, 19th, 24th, and 26th Amendments expanded voting rights to include all citizens, regardless of race, gender, or age, 18 and older. Question 99. When must all men register for the Selective Service? A. At age 16. B. At age 18. C. At age 21.
I'll go with B. At age 18.
Correct. All men must register for the Selective Service when they turn 18. This helps the government maintain a list of potential military recruits in the event of a national emergency. Question 100. Name your U.S. representative. A. Answer depends on where you live. B. Nancy Pelosi. C. Mike Johnson.
I'll go with A. Answer depends on where you live.
Exactly. Your U.S. representative depends on where you live. Each district elects a representative to the House of Representatives who advocates for the interests of the people in their district. Question 101. What is the national currency of the United States? A. Dollar. B. Pound. C. Euro.
I'll go with A. Dollar.
Correct. The U.S. dollar is the official currency of the United States and is used for all financial transactions within the country. Question 102. What is the term length for a U.S. Senator? A. 2 years. B. 4 years. C. 6 years.
I'll go with C. 6 years.
Exactly. U.S. senators serve 6-year terms. This allows them to focus on long-term issues and provide stability to the Senate. Question 103. What is the role of the Vice President of the United States? A. To run the legislative branch. B. To serve as a backup to the President. C. To draft laws.
I'll go with B. To serve as a backup to the President.
Correct. The Vice President's main role is to step in and assume the presidency if the President is unable to serve. They also serve as President of the Senate, casting tie-breaking votes when necessary. Question 104. How many justices are on the U.S. Supreme Court? A. 9. B. 12. C. 13.
I'll go with A. 9.
Correct. There are 9 justices on the U.S. Supreme Court, including 1 Chief Justice. This number has been set since 1869. Question 105. Who was the first woman to vote in the United States? A. Susan B. Anthony. B. Elizabeth Cady Stanton. C. Victoria Woodhull.
I'll go with C. Victoria Woodhull.
Actually, the correct answer is B. Elizabeth Cady Stanton. She was one of the key leaders of the early women's suffrage movement and helped push for the passage of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. And that's it, everyone. You've completed the full set of questions. I'm so proud of all of you. Keep studying, and good luck on your civics test.
The students gathered their belongings, smiling and chatting about what they had learned. They could feel the weight of their progress, and with the final set of questions answered, they were ready to face the challenge ahead. The end of this journey was just the beginning of the next chapter, and they were more prepared than ever.